Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Now today we are going to be talking about the results for Las Vegas. I almost forgot the race. Apologies uh, for me actually not uploading this video yesterday. I was a bit sick and I was sneezing a lot, so I decided not to record until I get better, and luckily I am better today. So this is absolutely perfect. So before we get to the Las Vegas results, let's talk about the next race, which is Talladega Super Speedway. So all the three Premier Series for NASCARs will be racing at Talladega. The Saturday, October 2nd, will be action-packed, filled with trucks and Xfinity. The trucks will start at 1 p.m. Eastern Time for the running of the Chevrolet Silverado 250, and Xfinity Series will start at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time for the running of the Sparks 300. And on Sunday, October the 3rd, it'll be then the Cup Series at 2 p.m. Eastern Time for the running of the Yellowwood 500. The entry list has already been announced for all of these three Premier Series, so you can go check them out if you want to see who's running. Anyways, let's have a look firstly at the trucks results, and it's another first-time winner, but it's not. But it wasn't for the playoffs. It's not a playoff driver. It is a part-time driver, and it is Christian Eckes getting his first career win and leading a historical 1-2-3-4 finish for Thor Sport Racing, the first ever Truck Series team um, to to make that feat. Behind him is obviously his teammates Ben Rose, Matt Crafton, Johnny Sauter. Behind the four Thor Sport drivers is Todd Gilliland, then Stuart Friesen, Grant Enfinger, Austin myself, Ryan Truex, and Austin Hill ran out the top 10. Then Brent Holmes, Derek Kraus, Chase Purdy, Tate Fogelman, Spencer Davies, Chris Wright, Tyler Hill, Danny Bowen, Spencer Boyd, and CJ McLaughlin ran out the top 20. There are a total of 4 playoff drivers who didn't finish inside of the top 20. In 22nd place, Carson Hocevar. In 33rd, Johan Nemechek. 35th, a Bristol race winner Chandler Smith. And 36th, Sheldon Creed. So for the stuff that happened during the race, 2 drivers went to the rear. First one was Dylan Lupton. He had a unimproved adjustment on the number 34 truck for William Brothers Racing. And Keith McGee, it was a driver change for Ray Cecilary. Even though I call him Ray Celery, but I think it's pronounced Ray Cecilary. I may be wrong. If I'm, I apologize. As only for CMI Motorsports. So first, let's just go off with the race recap, I guess. Lap 5, Chris Hacker, I think that's how you say Chris Hacker, spins and hits the wall hard in turn 4, which brings out the first caution. And lap 31, Johan Nemechek wins stage 1. Lap 39, Zane Smith cut the tire, battling for 5th place, losing a battery as well. Nemechek also gets damaged due to the flat tire. I think they were just running side by side and he got some damage from that. Lap 41, Zane Smith stopped on the track, which causes a caution. Lap 47, Johan Nemechek falls from 6th to 22nd due to a mechanical issue causing it to misfire. So basically, it's literally just bogging down. It's not really going fast enough. Lap 53, Nemechek stopped on the track. Not for the first time during this night. Lap 61, Todd Gilliland wins stage 2. Lap 71, Tyler Ankrum gets loose and spins in turn 2. Chandler Smith hits him and Sheldon Creed power drives into him. Haley Deegan Chase Purdy also gets involved. This was a really scary wreck, and I'll probably put up a video of it while I'm watching it, while I'm talking about it. Or if that doesn't work, I will leave a link to the video in the description. But it was a scary wreck. It was basically like it looked like Sheldon Creed was going full power and just T-boned Chandler Smith, and luckily they were both alright, which I'm really happy about. But they did talk about it. I think during in the Halifax Care Center. And apparently Chandler Smith, you know, they were all good. They talked about it. They're now on good terms, and thank God Chandler Smith wasn't injured or anything after that huge shit. It was really scary to watch. Lap 79, Nemechek stalled by NASCAR to get off the track due to another loss of power. Again, yep. So he gets off the track. Lap 114, Jack Wood gets into the wall and Tanner Gray spins to avoid him. Good avoidance there. Lap 126, Carson Hocevar has a vibration and loses a tire, spins come into pit road, which obviously causes a caution. And lap 134, Christian Eckes gets his first win in the Truck Series at the victorious Voice Foundation 200, presented by Westgate Results after a caution for Tyler Hill and Chris Wright in turn 1, leading a very historical 1-2-3-4 finish for ThorSport Racing. So as for the Truck Series, that's all done. Let's now have a look at the Xfinity Series, and it is a second-time winner for Josh Berry. Josh Berry gets his second career win at the NASCAR Xfinity Series, and once again leading a 1-2-3 finish this time for Junior Motorsports. Now 1-2-3-4 because I think Sam had a collision. So there were no drivers to the rear, which was good. And this is obviously when the big one happens, if you already know what I'm talking about. But we'll get to that later. I totally forgot to do the top 20 finishes. Whoops. So Josh Berry wins. Then Justin Allgaier, Noah Gragson, Austin Cindric, Daniel Hemrick, Brandon Jones, AJ Allmendinger, Ty Dillon, Justin Haley, Harrison Burton ran out the top 10. Then Ty Gibbs, Brent Moffitt, Bailey Curry, Tommy John Martins, Mike Snyder, Landon Castle, Ryan Sieg, Kyle Weatherman, Ryan Vargas, and Blaine Perkins ran out the top 20. Now we can get to the to the race recap. Lap 31, a big wreck happened in turn 1. Josh Berry and Jeb Burton makes contact, and 12 cars get involved. Those include Jeb Burton, Alex LeBay, JJ Yaley, Jeremy Clements, Riley Herbst, Sam Mayer, Dylan Lupton, BJ McLeod, Ty Dillon, Bailey Curry, Joe Graff Jr., Josh Berry, and Brandon Brown. AJ Allmendinger takes the lead after that. Speaking of that, he actually wins stage 1. Lap 54, Ryan Sieg spins in turn 2, and lap 91, Justin Allgaier wins stage 2. Lap 121, Justin Haley spins from 10th place in turn 3 by Moffitt. Lap 134 to 138, Allgaier and Cindric battle in the lead. Lap 160, Josh Berry takes the lead from Allgaier, and on lap 201, Josh Berry wins the Oscar Uniforms 302, leading a Junior Motorsport to 1-2-3. Now the big wreck took out a lot of playoff contenders. Well, not really a lot, but most of them. They were obviously involved. Two or three drivers of the playoffs didn't make it inside of the top 20. 33rd place, Riley Herbst. 36th, Jeb Burton. And 39th, Jeremy Clements. Obviously, Jeremy Clements supporting out of the groove in the car. Well, on the car, so bit unlucky there. But yeah, it was pretty unlucky of that big wreck to happen, and luckily everyone was okay, which is obviously a very, very, very good sign. Now with Xfinity all done, it was a kind of a meh race. Other than that big wreck, but yeah. So we now move on to the Cup Series, and that was won by Denny Hamlin. I feel like Denny Hamlin, he's just gonna win like every race at the start of every round. I feel like that's going to be what's going to occur, but I don't know. It may happen in the next round, in the round of 8. We'll see though. So Denny Hamlin gets his 46th career win. I think he's tied with a legend NASCAR driver. I can't remember who. I can't remember. I apologize for that. I was about to say like Bobby Allison, but I don't think it's Bobby Allison. No, it's not Bobby Allison. I can't remember who he's signed with, but I know he's signed with a legend with a NASCAR legend. That's all I know, but I can't remember. Anyways, second place in was Chase Elliott, then Kyle Busch, Martin Truex Jr., Ryan Blaney, Tyler Reddick, Brad Keselowski, Kurt Busch, Kevin Harvick, and Kyle Larson ran out the top 10. Then Joe Logano, Matt Benedetto, Austin Dillon, Chase Briscoe, Daniel Suarez, Bubba Wallace, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., William Byron, Eric Almirola, and Ryan Newman ran out the top 20. A total of 2 playoff drivers didn't finish inside of the top 20. 22nd place Alex Baldwin and 24th place Christopher Bell. So actually, 4 drivers actually went to the rear, and they were all due to inspection issues that they failed inspection multiple times, I think. Eric Amarola, Martin Truex Jr., William Byron, and JJ Yaley. I think JJ Yaley's car car crew, the car chief. I think he was ejected from the speedway. So basically, he goes bye bye. Or was he suspended? I can't remember. I really can't remember right now, but I should have wrote that in my notes, but I didn't. So lap 8, Hamlin takes the lead. Lap 45, Larson passes Hamlin for the lead, and lap 80, Kyle Larson wins stage 1. Lap 92, Joey Gase has a massive crash after a left rear tire falls off. He did go to the hospital, and he is A-OK, and he'll be racing next weekend at Talladega. I know for Xfinity, I cannot remember for Cup. I think for Cup, I didn't actually check the entry list for Cup. I know he's racing in the Xfinity series for Means Racing. But that was a scary. You know what that crash reminded me of? It reminded me of Austin Dillon's crash at Michigan. It was, yeah, well, it wasn't really the same because Dillon got some help from Keselowski while his left rear tire fell off. It was a massive wreck. He almost flipped, I think, if I remember correctly. Luckily he is A-OK. I'm really happy about that. Lap 160, Denny Hamlin wins stage 2. Lap 167, Truex takes the lead from Hamlin on the restart. Lap 190, Hamlin retakes the lead. And on lap 267, Denny Hamlin wins the South Point 400, locking himself to the next round of the playoffs, which he definitely needed because the next 2 races for the Cup Series and also for the Xfinity Series is Talladega and the Roval, which is going to be very action-packed. Those two tracks are going to be very, very action-packed, so that's going to be very fun. So that's it for the Cup Series. Let's now move over to the standings, and let's first start off with the Truck Series. Currently, the top 4, Ben Rhodes, John Hunter, Nemechek, Stuart Friesen, and Matt Crafton, obviously full-on Toyotas. Outside of the top 4, from 5th to 8th, Sheldon Creed, Carson Hocevar, Zane Smith, and Chandler Smith. Obviously, most of those aren't really on must-win territory unless Chandler Smith, let's just say, is like crashes in Talladega. Then it might be a must-win situation. But currently, not a lot of drivers are really like sweating. I guess maybe Chandler Smith. I don't think Zane Smith should really be sweating. Carson Hocevar shouldn't be sweating. Creed should not be sweating at all. He's only -5 below the cut line. So he needs to have that. Matt Crafton finishes pretty poorly, and well, he finishes pretty high up on the leaderboard. But Ben Rhodes and Nemechek, they most likely will be in the round of 4 to compete for the championship. I think it really depends on third and fourth. Friesen is only +9 above the cut line, while Crafton is +5 above the cut line. So it really depends. Obviously for the other drivers, we got Todd Gillen and Austin Hill ran out the top 10, and then from 20th place, there we go, Grant Finger, Johnny Sauter, Derek Kraus, Austin Wayne Self, Tyler Ankrum, Ryan Truex, Haley Deegan, Tanner Gray, Chase Purdy, and Christian Eckes running out the top 20. For Xfinity, AJ Allmendinger has taken over the points lead. I think after just gained 1 point above Austin Cindric. Cindric is behind him. Then Justin Allgaier, Noah Gragson, Daniel Hemrick, Justin Haley, Harrison Burton, and Brennan Jones ran out the top 8. Then Mike Snyder, Jeb Burton, Riley Herbst, and Jeremy Clements are currently looking inwards. They're trying to get into the next round. Jeremy Clements is -36 below the cut line. Riley Herbst -32. Jeb Burton -27. And Mike Snyder -10. For the other drivers from top 20, if I scroll down over here, there we go. Ty Gibbs, Ryan Sieg, Michael Annette, Brendan Brown, Josh Berry, Tommy John Martins, Josh Williams, and Alex LeBay ran out the top 20. I think Michael Annette might be out for the rest of the season. and I do wish him for a speedy recovery. I still think they may get replaced at Junior Motorsports. I won't be surprised if he does. Um, Maybe Sam Mayer takes over the one car. Who knows? Because Sam Mayer he has already been confirmed to be driving for Junior Motorsports next season, so it's highly likely that um, he'll probably be in the one car if Annette doesn't stay. But that is the playoffs. I think Talladega is also going to be the wild card entry. Anything can happen. Like Jeremy Clemens can somehow win and lock himself into the next round. I just want to say that it's a possibility. Like holy shit, absolute possibility. And then let's now move on to the Cup Series standings. Denny Hamlin takes over the championship lead. Well, the playoff championship lead as he won at Las Vegas. Kyle Larson behind him. Then Kyle Busch, Martin Truex Jr., Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott, Joe Logano, and Brad Keselowski inside the top 8. For the 4 drivers outside of the top 8, William Byron, Kevin Harvick, Alex Bowman, and Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell is only lead minus 25 below the cut line, Bowman minus 15, Harvick minus 7, and Byron minus 4. For the other drivers, we got Tyler Reddick in 13th, and Kurt Busch, Eric Almirola, Michael McDowell in top 16 for the playoffs. Then Austin Dillon, Matt Benedetta, Ross Chastain, and Chris Buescher. So that's really it for Las Vegas. Just a reminder that Talladega will be next, and that's going to be a very, very wild race for for everyone in trucks, Xfinity, and Cup. So that's really it for me now. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Catch you guys on next time in the next one. Goodbye.